On this episode of China Uncensored, amazing Black Friday sales in Mong, Hong Kong. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. Things at the Mong protest site in Hong Kong are going crazy. Take a look. Okay, things seem pretty calm. Wait, where are the protesters? Now that's strange. From what I've been following on Twitter, things got a little more violent than that. I even heard that police were spraying protesters with pepper spray cannons and liquid tear gas. Shelley, will you pull up the info on this video for me? Oh, CCTV. We meet again. I guess when you've been reporting for weeks the protesters have all but left, it makes it a little hard to report on clashes between police and protesters. Let's see what really happened in Mong. Aha, funny. CCTV didn't show any of this. Oh, there's the liquid tear gas. That's great. The problem with tear gas is you could run away from it. This is much better, really. It kind of clings to you. Police were apparently also shooting pepper spray out of those cannons because why choose one when you can have both? So thankfully, we're not in mainland China and can get good reporting on the situation in Mong. What really happened was a case of erupting scuffles. That sounds a little gross. Maybe let's look for how other media are reporting on it. Scuffles, scuffles, scuffles. Wow, when media latch onto a word, they really stick with it. All these kerfluffles aside, here's what happened. The Mong protest site that has withstood many battles over the past 2 months, in just 2 days, with a final 90-minute push this morning, was clear. Bailiffs arrived early Tuesday morning to clear part of the Mong protest site, specifically Argyle Street, after a court upheld a restraining order filed by a minibus company. Because when an authoritarian regime that commits genocide against its own people threatens to devour your way of life, making sure a minibus company can operate on this one tiny street corner is definitely the government's most important business of the day. Police were there to support the bailiffs, but apparently their efforts to clear the site was delayed as hordes of protesters arrived and demanded they be allowed to clear the road themselves. Those protesters just don't listen. By Tuesday evening, protesters regrouped and the number of police swelled to 4,000 according to the South China Morning Post, 6,000 according to CCTV. And that's when the tear water was used. 116 people were detained, more than any other single day since the protests began. Police and protesters ended up moving through the streets of Mong, chasing and confronting each other until early morning Wednesday, when a group of about 80 people in red hats wearing I Love Hong Kong t-shirts came to clear the main site. Apparently, they were maybe fulfilling the court orders? Let's see what student leader Joshua Mong has to say about that. Clearly a dangerous radical. Fortunately, and I'm not sure how they were able to do it, but a group of police officers were somehow able to subdue Joshua Mong. Wow, such bravery. Lester Shum, another student leader, was also arrested. You have to hand it to the Hong Kong police. That photo of the Triad police hauling off a high school kid is going to do a great job of re-energizing the protests. But though the main protest site in Mong has now been cleared, there seems to be a huge crowd of people who have congregated on another road there. Are they there to protest? Let's hear what they have to say. Oh, they're saying they're in Mong to shop. Look at that initiative. These aren't protesters. They're obviously just eager Black Friday shoppers trying to get a head start on the sales. Wait, what's that, Shelley? They don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Hong Kong? I should have known they weren't Black Friday shoppers. They're way too polite and peaceful. Nobody's even getting trampled. So why are they so eager to shop then, if not for the biggest deals of the year? Apparently, it has to do with a statement that CY Leung released earlier in the day, which talked about the clearance of Mong and asked Hong Kongers to go back and shop in Mongkok after the area is cleared. Well then, these protesters, shoppers, were just listening to what CY Leung asked them to do. They're just being good citizens, really. Earlier today, we heard from some of the Mongkok protesters we met a few weeks ago. Gary, who gave me body armor for the protests, said that he just happened to be in Mongkok and wanted to buy one of those nifty selfie sticks in an electronics store. Unfortunately, due to the police presence, all of the stores were closed. I guess the police haven't read CY Leung's statement yet. Come on, let the people shop. Just a note that as we record this episode, people are still attempting to shop tonight in Hong Kong. For the latest updates, follow China Uncensored on Twitter. Thanks for watching this episode of China Uncensored. What do you think about the exploding scuffles in Mongkok and the future of the umbrella movement? The Hong Kong Black Friday shoppers. Leave your comments below and be sure to subscribe and share. And while you're at it, check out the Facebook page and Twitter for more. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.